Hola, ¿qué tal? Bueno, pues he encontrado esta novela visual hoy en Steam y he pensado, pues why not? Vamos a ver qué tal, ¿vale? Si es terrible, pues mira, pues eso que te ahorras, ya lo descubres hoy. ¿Qué te parece? Muy bien. Cupid, a visual novel. Vale, todo eso es culpa mía, ¿vale? Todo... Dios mío. Sale un montón de spam y es todo mío. Que he hecho el leer de un rato, ¿vale? Con el Streamlabs. Ah, pues allá vamos. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you. There's no need to explain. It's only natural. A mother loves her daughter more than anything in the world. My poor child. How much did they hurt you this time? Hmm? How much did you suffer? Did they kick you and wound you when you declined? Did they blame you for being too friendly? Did they laugh at your face when you begged them to stop? Serve you right for being the dirty girl you are. You deserve that pain. Savor it. Rejoice in it. It is your penance, your punishment for not listening to your mother. I warned you, didn't I? There is no one else who would understand you more than me. No one will protect you but me. No one will love you but me. After all, how could anybody love something so monstrous like you? Es amor de madre verdadero, ¿eh? Madre mía. Don't cry, my darling. Shh, it's alright. Solo te acabo... ¿Cómo se dice esto? Negging. Te insulto para después decirte que solo yo puedo quererte. Even if the whole world wishes you dead, I promise you this. Your mother will always be by your side. Oye, yo no veo nada, o sea, solo tengo que leeroslo todo, no va a haber imágenes, porque entonces es un coñazo, yo solo lo dejo caer, ¿vale? Priest, my goodness, child, what happened? Ah, menos mal. A girl cowered behind the door of the church, her clothes soaked by the rain. Her legs were covered in dirt and blood. She lifted her head upon hearing the priest's voice and stared at him with blank eyes. The priest rushed forward to help her up. My child, what happened to you? He ushered her to a pew. Easy now, lean on my arm. The girl did not speak at all, despite his questions on her welfare. Thankfully, she did not seem to be hurt anywhere else apart from the deep wound on her leg. But the fear in her glassy eyes was palpable. She flinched every time he touched her. The priest brought out some clean cloth and antiseptic. He wrapped her shivering shoulders in old ropes. Did somebody hurt you? Were you attacked? You can tell me. We shall call the constable and have them face justice. The girl didn't say anything. Hello. Sí, aprendemos inglés con juegos que cuentan historias en inglés, ¿ok? Y que son juegos con vocabulario y todas esas cosas. So the girl didn't say anything. Por cierto, bienvenido, bienvenida. Y el cura tampoco dijo nada. Ah, ahora va. It's fine. The priest looked at the dirty, disheveled girl. Even with all the mud and grime smeared across her face, he couldn't deny that she was absolutely beautiful. How old was she? 16? 20? Her face was so young, her eyes captivating. When he realized his own thoughts, he steered his mind towards other matters. You don't have to say anything if you're uncomfortable. No matter what happened, now that you are safe here, nobody can hurt you anymore. He shook his head, upset at how this young girl seemed to carry brushes too easily, too conveniently. It was obvious that her physical wounds were the least of the damages she carried. He sighed as he finished treating her wound. What could he say to comfort her? Would she even believe him? Tun. No, soy española, de Mallorca, Islas Baleares. Mi marido es inglés de Gran Bretaña. You must think that the world is a cruel place. And it is. One cannot deny the very depths of cruelty we humans inflict on each other. But please do not lose hope on the goodness of people. It is there, I promise you. As there are people who harm, there will be people who love. Eso es verdad, la verdad. The girl fidgeted. She mumbled to herself. Murmuró. Seemed to chew her tongue before she sputtered out the words. God? Will God love me even though I am a sinner? The priest beamed. Of course, my child. He sat closer to her, his heart beating with hope. The years of her spiritual training were for this, was it not? For her to save the wayward sheep caught in the brambles, to care for a dejected soul in need of guidance, protection, and love. Love. ¿Qué clase de love, priest? ¿Qué clase de love? What are we but pieces of coal, polished to be gems in His grace? God's love is unconditional, enduring, and pure. It is all you need, my darling. He drew closer. Even if you are hurt, God's love will heal you. God's love will provide. Que me pongo agua un momento. Que estoy aquí leyendo toda la novela, ¿sabes? Así, como quien no quiere la cosa. God cannot protect me. What? With this utterance, the priest came to his senses. In his frenzy for gospel, he did not notice his hands on the girl's thigh, el muslo, planted lazily as if it had been there all this time. He snatched it away in shock. When did he... The priest stood up. The sudden blood rush made him feel sick. I must be unwell. Forgive me. I'm sorry. Was she apologizing to him or to someone else? Her hair hid her face innocently, but the shadows on its surface made his insides coil as he stared at her. This feeling, it was fear. I'm sorry. She repeated this phrase over and over. After a while, the priest gathered himself. He wiped sweat off his brow. You're not to be blamed for this. I will. The priest cleared his throat. I will have one of the sisters assist you. In the meantime, please rest. With this, the man left. The girl remained seated on the pew. Her head bent forward. As the priest's footsteps faded away, the entire church fell into silence. She opened her mouth. No, I know. If I may say my piece, surely. Yes, mother. But he is so very kind. Haven't you learned your lesson, idiot? Or I fear for your safety. Oh, so I am her mother. What kind of mother do I want to be? ¿Qué clase de madre queremos ser? ¿No aprendiste tu lección, idiota? ¿O temo por tu seguridad? Vamos a comenzar con un tema por tu seguridad. Child, follow your mother's words and leave. You saw the look in his eyes, didn't you? You cannot stay here. Even a man of God can stain you with the filthiest color. Can stain you with the filthiest colors. Be a good girl and follow mother's words. But it is cold outside, mother. The rain has not let up. Can't I stay? Venga, ¿qué le decimos? ¿Se puede quedar o no se puede quedar? No. You attract so much misfortune everywhere you go. My poor child, my stupid little girl, always obliged, aren't you? Whatever will you do without me? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, mother. Thank you for always guiding me. It is all my fault. Yeah. The girl sat in silence. Mother was right after all. She was always right. ¿Qué cuento tan bully? No me gusta nada, ¿eh? O sea, así de claro os lo digo. No es para nada mi rollo. Es una madre súper maltratadora con una hija súper maltratada. Normal, claro. Vale, lo voy a quitar. Es que no lo voy ni a guardar. Así de claro. Vale. Voy a poner el Demon Hunter, que es muchísimo más guay. Vaya, por supuesto, claro que estoy segura de que quiero quitar esto. Si es que es malísimo. O sea, es de maltratadores con maltratadores y gente que es víctima. Horrible. No me ha gustado nada de nada de nada. Nada de nada de nada de nada de nada de nada. No se lo recomiendo a nadie. Como no puedo cambiar el nombre del stream, porque no puedo, pues lo finalizo.